just let me know. Testimony in the special committee on impeachment inquiry, and we are going to take up the recommendation, although we're not going to vote until tomorrow morning, but we want to hear from the subcommittee that looked into getting an investigator for the matter of Sheriff John Grismore. And I'll turn it over to Matt and Karen.
Thank you. Yeah, so Representative Dolan and I, with the assistance of Legislative Counsel Michael O'Grady, had spent the last 10 or so days discussing and interviewing law firms with an investigatory capacity to look into Sheriff Grismore, the allegations surrounding him, to put together a formal report, much like we received from Paul Franken Collins on the Lavoie case, the Lavoie situation. We had honed it down earlier this week to 3 firms, Landrock, Sperry and Wool, Downs, Racklin Martin, and Dincy Law. And we had a contract in front of the committee. We had recommended Representative Dolan and I, and also with consultation with Vice Chair McCarthy, that we go with Downs, Racklin Martin. They seem to have the most well-suited staff and the scope of work that we were putting in front of the various firms. And they have a signed copy from them, and we recommend moving forward with Downs, Racklin Martin as the investigatory entity for the purpose of Sheriff Grismore.
Can you kind of summarize what the scope of work is that is?
Yes.
Pretty long, but it's impossible to summarize. And I know that we will certainly read this, and after we have voted presumably positively on this, we will have this posted.
Certainly. So we're really looking at essentially two avenues of the investigation. One around the misconduct and misuse of force on Sheriff Grismore, and then also looking into allegations of financial impropriety. So there's really 2 broadish scopes there, and the words like forensic financial audit were being used, and we found that DRM was best suited. They have a shop within their firm that specializes in financial crimes at a level that I actually was unaware that they did. So that's where we found a lot of comfort in moving forward with this recommendation that DRM be the contracted entity.
And the amount that this is going to be, is that in the contract somewhere?
Yes, the initial scope of work for the report being generated, and it's kind of on the end of July 31st. They're being retained for a sum not to exceed $75,000.
Have we double checked presumably that those funds are in the appropriate, or that we have those funds? Has this been cleared with the higher authorities who can?
We spoke with the Speaker's office, both with the Speaker and her Chief of Staff, and they were comfortable with that number.
Any other questions? And we can all have a chance to overnight read this, and we'll take it up first thing at 8:30 in the morning in room 10 before we continue on with witness testimony. Anything else that we need to cover?
Thanks to Rex Byron and
Thank you, yes.
for doing the research and doing the interviews and thinking through the recommendation. It was a lot of time, and to Michael O'Grady for assisting with all that.
He really was a wonderful resource for this process.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for taking that on. Appreciate it. All right, we will